If you're watching this video, you are no doubt into electronic music production, DJing, or anything of that nature. And if you want to make your life that little bit simpler in terms of maybe making some of your gear a little bit more mobile, or eliminating messy cable runs, or just want to find out about things that exist that you didn't necessarily know about until now, then I would highly recommend heading over to myvolts.co.uk or myvolts.com if you're anywhere else in the world, checking out some of their products. I have mentioned some of those in the past before, one of which is the ripcord, which basically allows you to power a device from 5-volt plug, something that needs AC mains power, it converts that down. And they have come out with something different, which is equally good, if not better. And it ties into all this equipment in front of me here, which not only do I sell here, but I use a lot. And I do take these things out and about on the go more often than anything else, simply because of their standalone capabilities and the portability factor of each of these units. These two here also have in their own built-in battery, which is great. So in front of me here, we've got the Dan & DJ Prime Go Plus. We have the Akai MPC Live 3. And we have the Akai Force. This is the only unit here that requires power from the mains. So I would grab these and go a lot out at a gig. Take this home at the weekend when I have a little bit more free time to tinker around with things. They share the same power supply, which is great because this is always in the gig bag. What I realized just recently, as I've been moving the Akai Force back and forward a lot, is that it also shares the same power supply. Now, this is a much older one for an older unit, so it's got the bigger power brick and stuff, but the voltage and the amps and stuff and polarity and all that is the same for everything here. So effectively, I don't need to use this, I can use that. But we can go one better, and that's what I'm going to talk about today, MyVolts. So when I was looking for a ripcord for the Akai Force, seeing that it didn't do no more, but they've got this product here. This is a step-up tip. And that was actually when I realized that the power supply required here, it was the same for these units, because I had to make sure I got the right one. This is a 19-volt center positive, I believe, 65 watt, which is the minimum power requirements that each of these units need to get them going. But the great thing, clever thing about this is that it will allow us to, with a USB-C cable, bear in mind, it will also need to be capable of transferring the required wattage, so a cheap throwaway cable probably won't do the job. But I've got this little power brick here, so handy, portable, that this is always in my bag as well. So that can now power any of these instead of all this. So fantastic there. But we can go one step further again with this. As of today, this is the smallest power bank that you can buy, 65 watts. It's always needed for these units here. I also picked this up from MyVolts. This is their USB-C cable. So it's got a little LCD display on it, which gives you some of the power information. So with just this step-up tip, a USB-C cable, and the power bank, the Akai Force now becomes a mobile on-the-go unit. One other thing to mention as well is to make sure that the plug that you're using can kick out enough watts for the equipment that you're plugging it into. So this plug here from Anker is 100 watts. The cable itself is also capable of delivering 100 watts of power. So one thing to bear in mind, although here we only need the 65. So just hit those minimum requirements of the units you want to power. And also if you are grabbing any of these step tips, make sure you get the right voltage and polarity and all that stuff. You don't want to be wrecking your equipment. So with that being said, let's plug this in. So as you can see here, we're getting part of the step tip, and we are also getting part of the Akai MPC Live 3. We'll take this out, plug it into the Dan & DJ Prime Go Plus. We have the little LED indicator there that this is now receiving power and charging the battery. And lastly, let's go with the power bank option on the Akai Force. So we've got our step tip. Let's pop it into here. Okay, yeah, so that gives you the power delivery info. It's reading 0 at the moment because there's nothing happening. But plug this into the Akai Force, and it should be enough juice So look at that. Let's get my last loaded set. So there you go. That was the step-up tip from MyVolts. Go and check them out.